Well, that's good, guys. Blind Dave here. Sore, tired, wore out. Unloaded a truck yesterday, an 18-wheeler. Well, we're not as young as we once were. I got a Litecoin out the deal, so that's cool. We did good. I want to come out here and say that these are all just practice sessions trying to work on the fluidity of words to spout, and I'm working on the cursing bit. Um, it's been a little bit of a challenge. It was not as I would have anticipated. Um, it's more difficult than you would think. I guess things are different when you're in a bar and drinking around other people. But, you know, sitting here reflecting on thoughts to share. Um, it seems that everyone has a course or a book or this or that to sell. And, as far as how to do this, well, then there are so many different editing softwares out there, so many different cameras, so many different microphones, so many different things to figure out and do. And then will it work with assistive technology? Then on top of that, where you go to school for assistive technology, being blind or disabled, to learn to use a computer without a mouse or a monitor, they have no idea what you're trying to do. They don't know how to do it. They speak of other things where these different softwares that, more of a voiceover, which I've tried. I haven't figured that out yet. Some of these other softwares to put the voiceover on, then the cut, copy, paste, and all of this, and trimming and mixing in non-copyrighted music and finding the correct spots of the video to edit in. Well, it's trial and error with this. So, it's, you don't learn till you try. And so that's what I'm doing, is trying. And how can I say this? Kind of like shooting pool or being in a fight or playing football. You don't now. There comes a point where you don't learn anything else until you get your butt torn up. That's when you learn, hopefully. So I've been handed quite a bit recently. I go back through, try to edit different things out, and end up editing myself right out of a video. I go back through, I revisit some of the other videos, some of the things that I said, I wish I kind of wouldn't have. So then I just deleted the video because, I said a figure or an amount. And kind of like if you go back on YouTube, you can just type in, say, Bitcoin 2011. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin at 10 cents to $1. And these people that, threw $2,000 in back then, now, that those figures now are just crazy. So I'm trying to refrain from giving specifics on that. But yeah, you don't learn until you try. And this is a heck of a learning curve. seems that there's no help out there, so I just got to push buttons and see what works. So anyway, just wanted to give this a shot for today. Like I said, I'm sore, tired, wore out. I'm still dragging today, man. But, you know, one foot in front of the other. Adapt and overcome. The other microphones that I've got, the Boya mics, epic fail. Epic fail. Try it with it on, with it off. You know, there's a setting for the powered setting, then an off, you know, into the 3.5mm for either a DSLR camera or like all I'm doing right now is just shooting with a cell phone, trying to get used to being in front of the camera and, like I said, rambling on a little bit. Sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't, and I couldn't figure out the sequence of events that needed to happen. Anyway, still waiting on the shotgun mic to arrive. Issues out of the other cameras where when I upload to, say, Filmora 9 or whatnot, different editing softwares, that the file, you would think you take a shot and it would just be one file and you could then go in and edit the file. It doesn't work that way. There's like, you take a little bit of you take a little bit of that video and suddenly you've got 6 different files. And which one is which? Because it's not listed file 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's got some sequence of events in it with the date and all mixed in with the code, and you would think that at the very end it would be like 01, 02, 03 as far as files in order, and it doesn't work that way, and it's rather difficult then to try to import that into the software, and then you try to import another file. Then that file will then go in front of the other, then you try to reverse them, then they overlap, then it's like a echoing effect or 2 different voices at the same time. Really wild. It's more difficult than you would think. So anyway, just one foot in front of the other. And right now, just doing the plain Jane version with the cell phone. And just keep on keeping on. Anyway, hope y'all are doing well. Crypto markets are up, down, sideways. Some things are doing great. You know, look at Chainlink. Who'd have thought that? I remember Chainlink at 22 cents. Back when, who was it? Crypto Bit Brothers, rather. Don't know what happened to them. Hope they're okay. It's been a few years. Several others that went away after a while. I don't know if they got spooked or health issues, but I wish them and their families well. Now I was spouting off about Theta and Digibyte. You know, I had said that, you know, it's kind of spilled milk. It's mainly because I wish I had bought more. You know, I remember where, you know, say like one holding would go down to a certain dollar figure and I could have just thrown just a tad more at it and doubled my position or really tripled my position. Because, I mean, look at Digibyte. Okay, what's it cost now to be in the 7-figure club of Digibyte? 30 grand? That's at 3 cents. So if you got 1 million Digibyte, you're sitting on 30 grand. Well, look at Theta. You know, I mean, both of those two have just completely lopsided my entire portfolio. And, well, that's cool. But the rest of my portfolio, I wanted to equal out a bit. Not equal out, how could I say that? I wasn't happy with my holdings. and like say Chainlink. Man, I remember Chainlink at 22 cents. I wish I'd have held on to that. Just, buy it, set it away, and forget it. Just, money that you can afford to lose that you don't need, just sock it away. Um, Many things I'll go over in other videos as far as security and whatnot, how to safely secure your coins and whatnot off of the exchanges, and how to split up seed phrases so that way anyone who finds them will have to figure out um, how to put it back together, uh, and then at separate locations, not all in your home, um, elsewhere, um, just to post, um, just to create, a separate file uh, of, say, Bitcoin, Litecoin, Digibyte, Ethereum, whatever address that you want. Just save as and just label it like Ledger LTC or Ledger DGB, and that's the receive address. And so whenever you make a purchase, you just send it directly to that address. Then do, say, if it's Ethereum, do an Ether scan. Just scan the blockchain, make sure that the funds get there, whatnot, and you're good. On occasion, Ledger drives me nuts because I always have to update firmware and enter in the seed phrases and that kind of stuff, and then I have to go back through and go to the back cave and try to take the way that I split things up as far as the seed phrases to try to recreate and reboot or reset all of the wallet, the cold storage wallet. It's a major pain. And then you have to delete all the other apps that you have on the device, and just to reset the firmware and whatnot. So it's now the BitFi. I still don't have much experience with the BitFi. I set it up, but I'm still not sure how. Let me rephrase that. I can figure it out. It's just I think that the BitFi is better and cooler because then I can just go anywhere in the world, memorize 7 words, and I can be anywhere across any border without the threat of civil asset forfeiture. If you try to cross any border with more than 10,000 in cash or gold or silver or whatever, you don't have to worry about getting bumped over the head and whatnot. So go anywhere in the world with your funds, and just freedom. So now what I think would be cool is if BitFi could do something like more of a magnification, say like your cell phone, where you can get like your 2 fingers and spread them apart and it will enlarge the screen. That would be awesome if they could do that, because trying to use a stylus on that thing is, with high-powered magnification for the blind, is a challenge. Now, EliPal, I like the EliPal because it has in-wallet, not interoperability, but you are able to, say, swap one coin for another. I don't know who they're linked through to do these exchange and whatnot, but it's an in-wallet exchange. It's really cool. I think that would be awesome for BitFi to implement. The other thing I would like to see one day is for those of us in crypto now, we're more like the second wave, I would say, of crypto people, where these people, or second and third wave, uh, where, say, 5, 10 years from now, um, I think that we're so far ahead of the game that other people are going to reflect on us and what we did and how. I mean, because things today are just completely different than, you know, than where we all came from in crypto. You know, I got started in 2014. So for me, everything was, you know, on your keyboard. So just next to the space bar, you have Alt and whatnot. Well, feel down there, and you'll have a round circle on the key. You'll feel the indentation. Press that. That pops up your Windows screen, and just type in Notepad, and you know, it was just Control C to copy the whatever address, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Digibyte, whatever, and implement that in, and then you could Control C to copy, Control V to paste. So you would then Control V, paste that into the Notepad, and save as, and then store it as, you know, LTC or DGB, whatever wallet it is, and you know, that was how I navigated through all of that. Back then, if you had to sit there from a paper wallet of Bitcoin, who was it? Like blockchain.info, or there was a wallet we all used to use back in the day. Paper wallet that you could import into that blockchain, and then you could spend it. But that was like 2014. That was a long time ago. All the way through 2016, really. And once 2017 came about, my goodness, things changed. Since then, things have drastically changed. I mean, now I just set up another cool feature that I think is going to make it easier in blockchain, which is the, what was it? Unstoppable domains. You can get a .crypto wallet address, to where you no longer have to enter in a sequence of say 30 or whatever, you know, alphanumeric you know, cryptography. You don't have to enter that in. You can just do like mine is. Now mine is blinddave.crypto for the to accept or cryptocurrency and whatnot. I set that up. I have not linked any of my accounts to it yet. I don't know enough about it. I just wanted to make a purchase of it and have it locked in. Same thing, I purchased a URL as blinddave.zil. So I got that as well, because I figured, why not? You know, it's like back in the day, it was like 2017, Uncle Clif, Clif High, a few people tried to make a few videos on it after Uncle Clif mentioned it. And I'm not sure if I was successful on the Ethereum blockchain, where you could make a, what is that, an offer or a bid on the name .f.eth. So I did that as well with a couple of Ethereum addresses. I forget what the gas fee was and what the fee was to put in for it, but I did that as well. It's not Blind Dave. I just that was before all of this. Well, not before the blindness. That was before the name. Anyway, beside the point. But no, to make it that much easier. The other thing, speaking of ease of use for adoption, the thing I think that would be awesome is if BitFi, or all of them really, BitFi, EliPal, for these different wallets to do all the same things, all combined. But what EliPal has that I really like, which is why I used to use Abra, until they came up with, I don't know, your funds are tied up for so long and this and that. To me, it wasn't worth it. I couldn't move funds and whatnot. But is where you can scan the actual QR code and do a transaction, send or receive. That is just awesome. Another cool wallet coming about. What was it? No, I know it's Ripple based. Excuse me. XRP based. Okay, back in the day, we all just called it Ripple, not XRP. I understand the distinction, so don't go wild, but whatever. But they have something cool. I downloaded the wallet. I haven't used it. I haven't set it up yet. But I think that's going to be cool in order to, say, receive Ethereum from someone and have it automatically converted into Zilliqa. Whatever. The interoperability there, I think, is going to be the future, along with all of these other wallets combined to reflect upon and integrate different things. That's all going to be wicked cool in the next 5 years. So a lot is about to happen as far as ease of use. Another cool feature for those of us who have been around, like I said, the second and third wave, moreover the first wave, and some of us who are concerned with, say, if something were to happen to us and someone in the family doesn't know how to do any of the stuff that we all know how to do, or most of us know how to do. And that's say if I pass, if I die, would my family be able to reconstruct what I've built? That concerns me. So I know for a while there, BitFi was after it. I don't know if they've come any further with it or not. That would be cool if they did. If you know, please let me know. To where if you don't have a transaction into those addresses, that it will automatically send out an email or something to you, whether it be SMS, whatnot, security question, something like that. If the cold storage wallet does not actually receive or notice any transaction, incoming, outgoing, of any amount for a certain period of time, say 2-3 years, and it will, as a smart contract feature, it will automatically send out a notification to you, to those other people, and phone numbers to contact in order to access your funds, and say a series of questions that only those people would know. That would be just awesome. Like I said, that really does concern me, and it should you too. Because most of us have seen or have the foresight to know where this is going. It's only now that these major players are doing the research to realize, this isn't fluff. This isn't going away. It will be here. It's on satellites. It ain't going away. It's what controls the nuclear codes. So some of you know about that. Anyway, the future of technology that we are all a part of is just awesome. And like all of you, I want to be here to enjoy it, just be a part of history. I don't think that it is a coincidence that we're all here at this specific time. First time in the existence of man that we have this ability. So to a newbie who just heard that, it's going to take years of research to really understand what I just said. I know that seems wackadoodle to you now. 5-10 years out from here, hopefully you look back upon this video. But many cool things are coming. I was there in the .com era, investing. Made a lot of money for a lot of people. My father, roommates, whatnot. Wasn't my money. I never got a commission. Call it dumb luck. But I missed out on, the .com crash. I could ramble on here for quite a while with all of this. But during the .com era, I saw what was happening and the future of the internet. Well, I'm here to tell you, imagine internet and finance and everything else as far as business. Everything combined into one. This is the total reinvention of that. So to see these different projects, what they're after, what they're doing, what they've actually accomplished, it's just amazing that the whole world isn't involved with this. Like, oh my goodness. In future videos, I'll speak more on FOMO, so fear of missing out. There are many lessons that some of us so-called OGs could share on a lot of this, and we will. But that's like back in the day of, what was it, Apple at $7 to $12 a share. In 1997, you were laughed at for buying that. What's Apple worth today? Think about that. I can remember watching, it was 1997 at that time too. I can remember watching CNBC every morning. I don't know if I can say that, but whatever. I would watch that every morning, flipping through the Barron's paper, flipping through the local newspaper, the Wall Street Journal, doing stock picks and finding out winners and losers, and I was doing phenomenal in 97 all the way through into the .com. Like I said, it was dumb luck. I got out, whatever. But I remember this one guy on TV. I'll never forget it, because I thought it was just asinine. I was sipping my coffee. I just about spit it out when I heard it, because I thought it was just ludicrous. I'm watching gold go by on a ticker at, I can still see $350. I know it was cheaper than that, but that's about the time frame. That's what I remember seeing at the bottom left, was gold pop up at $350 a troy ounce. And There was this guy on the TV talking about the Dow at 20,000. And it was, and silver at 600. You know who I'm talking about, Uncle Cliff. I wish I'd have paid more attention to that man. Thank you so much, Uncle Cliff. You know, I remember you then. I wish I had followed you. I refound you after Snippy began speaking of your web bots. I thought it was wicked cool that you could actually use predictive linguistics to figure out future events and how accurate those things were. Until 2017 with the blue chicken cult and all that, that was a shame. That really was a shame. You were a gift. Thank you, sir. Thank you for what you did for me, personally. You changed my life, you know? Um, I, um, I wish everyone the best. I, don't ever stop. Keep on keeping on, one foot in front of the other. No one's gonna do it for you. You just gotta get out there and kick some ass. I'm trying to work on cursing, y'all. But like I said, I could ramble on for a while. But anyway, y'all take care. Be cool. Later.